Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store, affiliate link below. Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo, this is the Mundane Matt channel, and this is a bit of a vlog, right, that I'm not going to put on the MundaneChats channel, which is my kind of not even really actively used vlogging channel. But over the course of this past week, I was in Los Angeles for VidSummit 2017, and I want to talk about my experiences there. Because I do feel that with all the changes happening with YouTube lately, I wanted to be as informed as humanly possible about the future of the platform, what to expect going forward, and any kind of tips and or tricks I could use to not only benefit my own channel growth, but to help people out. See, over the course of the past few months, I've decided that I want to change maybe my back-end focus. I am currently working on an ebook about how to get into YouTube, and I know that with all the chaos and confusion right now, a lot of people are saying, yeah, YouTube is dying, it's going away. It's not. Things are evolving, absolutely. Things are going to be going a different direction in some respects, absolutely. But no, for the most part, things are going to, well, they're going to continue chugging along. There's 7 billion people on this planet. There's over 1 billion monthly active users on YouTube. And those people are not going to go away. So there's always going to be eyeballs, there's always going to be content to talk about, there's always going to be stuff to say, and there's always going to be videos to watch. How we progress off of that, how we grow off of that, how we do this job to the best of our ability off of that is going to be the next best step. So this particular summit took place at the Westin Hotel in Los Angeles, right next to the airport, which is fantastic because I didn't have to go into the city, which I didn't want to. But it was good to return to Los Angeles for a few days and hang out with some friends. This particular event was one that I was very excited for, and one that I do feel I got a lot of value out of. But I'm going to tell you guys straight up, what I learned the most is that Facebook is really where a lot of us should be spending our time. Make videos on YouTube. Do not post the direct link to Facebook. Trust me on that one. And because they hate it, they'll bury it. But for the most part, focus on building a community there as well as building a community here. I would definitely say that building a community on Twitter is not a good thing. Maybe something through Instagram, but Twitter for the most part is a dumpster fire that is not going to be long for this world. I believe that is very, very, very true for people in our particular neck of the woods. Those of us who comment on news from a not a super liberal stance and not even a super conservative stance, but just maybe like more of a libertarian or moderate or independent stance. We don't have a place, you know, on Twitter. And in maybe some respects even on Facebook. But I do feel that Facebook has far fewer restrictions than Twitter does, and if played correctly, has the ability to grow. And I will be learning more about that in the coming weeks, and definitely adding that into my book when I get around to finishing it. What VidSummit taught me was that there is a lot of money to be made. And a lot of that money boils down to brand deals. That was a big emphasis of the show. A lot of people there talking about how to build brand relations, how to earn money there to not only benefit you, benefit the company, and benefit your subscribers and your viewers. The word influencer was tossed around pretty heavily. But I will say this, I met people there who had no subscribers. I met people there who had 1 million subscribers, if not more. One of the guys on stage was worth $54 million and was talking about his journey to get there. I mean, this was definitely a business-minded summit. It was the key thing that I regretted from VidCon was not going and doing the industry side of things, focusing more on hanging out with my friends and getting drunk. I don't regret that one bit. In fact, I'd say that was probably the best time I'd had in years. But, you know, I still want to learn. I want to grow. I want to build. And that's what I learned from going to VidSummit. Now, I don't know if this is an event that would be for everybody, to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to go again. Granted, I learned tips and tricks of how to get a podcast to #1 on iTunes, at least for a day. I learned a lot about how to utilize Facebook, how to utilize the vidIQ Chrome extension for here on YouTube, which is something I do recommend you guys check out. I had a couple great conversations with the founder of the company, and I really want to learn more about it. It's more about the data, running the analytics, understanding the analytics. If you're wondering what's happening on YouTube right now and how to get around it, the key thing is follow the data. If you can find the data and you can discuss the data and you can analyze it and understand it, you will have the ability to get further ahead. Some people just have the ability to upload whatever they want, have no tags, no nothing, and hit 1 million views, but not every one of us is that lucky. So that's something to consider. The 3 days I spent there were eye-opening, frustrating, because I got a lot of info, but I didn't get all the info I wanted. But the thing is, on the first day, one of the first panels I went to, the guy flat out said, if you've come here looking for a silver bullet, you're not going to find it. And he's not wrong. You know, I went there, I think, to an extent, maybe to find a silver bullet, to figure out how to get ahead in the algorithm, how to grow, how to reach more people, instead of feeling like my voice and my opinions have been stifled by not playing the game accurately, or not even having the right opinion, or being promoted by the right people. I no longer believe that it's that cut and dry. There's a lot of data that goes into it. They change things, they break things constantly, and I want to make sure that I'm as far ahead of the curve as humanly possible. And if I'm as far ahead of the curve as I can be, I want to relay that information to you. One of my biggest frustrations, and that pushed me towards going to this, that spending the money to go to this thing, was to help more creators become informed. As a result of what happened with the adpocalypse this year and everyone taking that hit, and trust me, we all took that hit. One of the biggest problems was that there was wild and rampant and this crazy speculation that almost had no basis in reality, because people not all the time were following the data. They weren't following the money. They weren't following the stuff. They were just saying, oh, Google and YouTube are anti-conservative viewpoints. Google and YouTube are anti-whatever, and they're hurting them. But to that, I have to come back and say, look at the fact that Paul Joseph Watson has cracked 1 million subscribers. Mark Dice is over 1 million subscribers, gets hundreds of thousands of views daily. InfoWars is 3 million subscribers and gets hundreds of thousands of views daily. That's not the case. It's really not the case. There's a lot going on there behind the scenes with the algorithm. And yes, us news channels, us current event talkers are probably feeling it worse than anybody else, which requires us at that point to either change our game or leave. We have to evolve, adapt, or die. And I'm not going to die. This is my career. This is my job. This is what I love to do. I do this 7 days a week for the most part. And I love it. I love being able to come here, turn on my camera, talk to you guys about what's going on in the world, have a conversation, meet with people, discuss things with people, get them on live streams, have conversations, foster, I've said that twice, foster some debate, some discussions, and then hopefully have a change, have an impact. And I think we can. I truly think we can. But it requires us, as not only creators on this platform, internet personalities, online influencers, whatever you want to call yourself, but also viewers and fans and audience members of those people, to be as informed as possible, so that when change happens, we don't run around like Chicken Little screaming that the sky is falling. I saw a lot of that over the summer because there was confusion, because there was people that were upset that their livelihoods were being impacted, as they have every right to be. And I did it myself. I'm not saying I'm any better. I did it myself. I freaked out. My circumstances, most of you know, I bought a home. My girlfriend's pregnant. It's like, oh my God, my cat just got sick. Thankfully, people stepped up to help out with that. You know, it gets crazy, right? It gets totally crazy. So it's the notion that we as people, you know, life changes, it evolves, it goes crazy. And so we have to be prepared. And that comes through knowledge. And that's my goal. That's my goal moving forward, is to get as much knowledge as possible. I want to write this book. I want to give you guys a no BS, streamlined answer for how to get going, how to get started. I'm learning as much as I can about thumbnails and tags and analytics and descriptions and Google indexing and clusters of channels and how they work together and everything else, including Facebook and Instagram and even Snapchat, which I still don't fully understand, but I'm trying, in order to be able to tell people and convey to people what is going on and how we can overcome it. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be overnight. There's a lot of info out there. You know, my next step is I'm trying to become YouTube certified. I'm currently waiting to find out if I can actually get in on those programs. If I can become YouTube certified, there's 4 different levels. If I can get certified, and trust me, I will. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Then I want to relay that information. Because information is power. Knowledge is power. And that is how we stay ahead. And that is how we win. That is how we survive. And I have full faith that we can do it. So if you are a creator and you are worried about the future of YouTube, whether or not you should start making videos, don't hesitate. It takes a long time to build up to the point of where it can become self-sustaining. It takes, in some respects, years. But don't let that stop you. Don't let that hinder you. Don't let that prevent you from trying. Because if you feel you're the next great voice on this platform, if you feel you have the best ideas and you want to put them out there and you want to see what happens, don't let this stop you. There's always going to be pitfalls. There's always going to be hurdles. There's always going to be challenges. But the way you overcome them is with knowledge. And hopefully in some way or another, I can help out with that. So I do want to start doing more live streams where I can maybe look at someone's channel, look, help them figure out a couple avenues to go down, and then give them some tools and information that they can use to grow. And that is constant. That is, honest to God, the best way I feel I can give back. That's where I'm at right now in my life. People have done so much for me over the last couple years, helping me out with my cat most recently, which you've no idea how thankful I am. Helping me grow my channel, helping me move to make this my full-time career, to buy a home, to settle down, to start a family. I get to do that because of this. And the best way I can figure to give back is to help others and do what I can in order to, see someone else get the same thing. Because it seems almost impossible when you start, and it seems impossible when you get there. But when you have that moment of realization that you've made it in that regard, it's amazing. And that's a lot of what both VidCon and VidSummit was. VidCon was like that for me because I got to see my friends in the flesh. I got to hang out with them, and not behind a screen, not behind a monitor, not in front of a webcam or whatever, but have a conversation with them, get beers with them, hug them, go like, "Oh, nice to meet you, man," and everything else like that. VidSummit taught me more of what I need to do to master what I do. And it's a worthwhile endeavor. So it's expensive. It was a fair amount of money to go. If you're looking to go on any of these events next year or anything else, you can live stream it for much cheaper than you can to go in person. The networking aspect of it is definitely one of the reasons why you'd want to go. But just paying the money and watching them talk, like the couple videos the couple presentations I saw about Facebook, specifically Facebook, blew my mind. And I'm so looking forward to getting more info on that because I never realized that. And the woman who taught us the Facebook course, the first one, she says, my goal, and she runs a food blog, by the way. She says, my goal is to earn $750,000 this year. She's like, I'm not going to make it. I'm only going to make $650,000. And the audience kind of stops and kind of chuckles. And she goes, I know, right? Only. But there's that kind of money out there. And that was a big part of this too, is about the prospects of earning. Absolutely. Everyone has bills to pay. Everyone has mouths to feed. Everyone has vices, hobbies, you name it, right? But the idea there is that we still live in an age where if you want to do this, you can. Whether it's this platform or another, you can. It just requires perseverance and knowledge. And that's what I went there to get, what I went there to reaffirm. And I got it. And I got it because I have a kick-ass audience that helped me get there. And so this is my way of wanting to give back. So stay tuned for more information on that. I'll definitely be putting something together when I get all the rest of the info, once I decompress from the trip. It was a long week. But yeah, you're going to see some changes on the channel going forward. Weird Wild What the Fuck is going to be more of a staple. Individual videos are going to happen, but you're going to start seeing more Weird Wild What the Fuck. $3 Theater is going to follow very similar in format. Because this is how I want to grow my stuff, and I think I can do it. And I hope you guys are along for the ride. And I hope I can give you guys some nuggets of information that if you're in the same boat, can help you do the same thing. Anyway, enough rambling about this. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a fantastic day. Again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. And I hope we can continue going forward together in the future, because that is some of the most exciting stuff I could ever do. So again, I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out. Hey guys, that wraps up this video. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so below. I love to read your guys' input. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm. If you want to support the channel, there's the Amazon affiliate store, there's PayPal, there's Patreon, there's Bitcoin. And if you're bored and you want something else to watch, check out 3 Buck Theater up here. My name is Matt Jarbo. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace out.